we're here, episode 1. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to focus on a 5-step process that I follow to build AI apps. So let's see what we're working with here. This workflow can be applied to any app that you're trying to build with AI. I have it broken down into 5 steps. First, I usually start brainstorming with ChatGPT, lately 5.1 thinking. I think that that's the best model to brainstorm with. It has the best ideas and it has the most natural kind of back and forth with a LLM. Once I have a plan in place, I will then go to Claude Code and drop the plan from ChatGPT or the idea into ChatGPT with Claude Code and have Claude Code plan the idea in planning mode. Once we have the plan, I then pass it over to Codex for review and edits. I then go back to Claude for the build. And then from there, I iterate back and forth between Claude Code and Codex until I'm happy with the app. So we're in ChatGPT 5.1 on the web. I like using this to start with versus diving right into Claude Code or Codex. I just think the web experience for back and forth natural talk is the easiest here, and I think that 5.1 ChatGPT thinking is the best model to do. So I'll use this as an opportunity just to brain dump whatever I have and whatever I think I'm trying to build into the chat, and then try to make something out of it going with a little bit of back and forth with ChatGPT. So for today, what we're going to build live is we're going to build a command center for all the apps that I have going on in my little vibe code universe. So I'm sure like many of you, I'm up to the ears in ideas and apps and directions I'm getting pulled. I want to vibe code this, so I think this is a good idea. I want to build this with AI. So I just want all of that in one place so I can stay organized. I want KPIs, I want metrics, and I want it to look as cool as possible. So what I'll do is I'll just brain dump everything in here. I want to name it a command center. I want to have mission control feels, dark, futuristic. I'll literally just brain dump everything that I have in here. I'll also make sure that I want to use the tech stack that I am familiar with and comfortable with. And that would be Next.js and Tailwind for something like this. This is what most people use. And then I'll also say to start, write me a prompt to hand off to Claude Code to build the following. And I'll send that in. Great, so now that we have this, we'll just do a quick review. Yep, I think this is looking good, still going here. One thing that I should have said before, but I don't, make sure there are no emojis involved. Don't like that. So once you're happy with the prompt from ChatGPT, we're gonna copy that and then head over to Visual Studio so we can open up the Claude Code extension. So if you don't have that, just an easy Google and install, we will launch that. And then first we're gonna put Claude Code into plan mode by hitting Shift Tab twice. We're gonna copy the prompt from ChatGPT and let that run. And then while that's going, we'll open up Codex and get that ready to do its review. So please review Claude Code's plan for this app. Do not do anything other than review and comment. Sometimes all you need is a please review, but other times I've said that and it'll just go nuts and start building up the entire app. But so hopefully that is explicit enough. And then we also could have changed that to a different model. So we have the plan from Claude Code. We're going to copy and paste that in and send it over to Codex. And then we will get Codex's review. All right, critical configs, yep, sure. Over effects, TypeScript, boom. All right, so that all sounds good. So we're going to copy and paste that back to Claude. And then it's still in plan mode until we get the final plan that we were okay with. And then I'll tell it to go nuts. And so now we have the final plan. I'm going to say yes and auto accept. So as this builds here, obviously we could have done this a bunch of different ways. We could have gone more down like a lovable or a bolt path instead. I've done those before, and when I was first starting, I thought that was great because they had the easy integrations with database and authentication. But that's all extremely easy now with Claude Code as well. So my preference now is just to go straight to Claude Code and whip it up from there. Nothing against lovable or bolt, but I just think it's an easier experience once you get into the chat with Claude Code. The back and forth's like a lot better. I feel like you can just iterate a lot faster once you get going. And after you set up the authentication or the database the first time and setting up with GitHub, it really is a breeze after that. So it's really not that hard and shouldn't be intimidating. Moment of truth here. Here we go. So let's see if it got what we wanted. We wanted a mission control, command center style theme. We want KPIs, we want metrics, we want cards. Let's see how we did. Moment of truth. And not bad. Let's see. Gotta zoom in. Can't see that well here. Let's see. BigDog Command Center, live status across all BigDog's apps, AI projects in one mission control. Sweet. Last update today. This week's theme, active focus, 4 projects. That's cool. Little hover action. All right, so vibe code apps, Charleston Eats. Sure. Yep. Looks like we have status. That looks cool. Experiments, YouTube channel. And then on the right, what do we have? Today's focus. This looks like a to-do list. And then this week's theme, ship a visible, videos in pipeline. Cool. So I think this is a really good start. So right off the bat, what I'm seeing here, so I can see that the G's are getting cut off up here. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that, and I'm going to go back to Claude Code. I'm going to go back into planning mode, and I'm going to say, please fix the header. And then I'm also going to say that I want metrics for each of these. So I guess a little bit of background on some of the things that I'm working on currently. So it makes a little bit of sense. I have a restaurant directory, an app that helps prepare you for one-on-ones more in the corporate world. And then I have a New England lifestyle and apparel brand that I want to try to see if we can grow revenue with AI. And then also I'm trying to build this YouTube channel. So let's see if we can actually get specific metrics for each of these. So the food directory, that's more of, we want to get on Google. So maybe that's something that we can track. Number of users for the one prep app. And then I think we should be targeting for the Golden Cod. And then for the YouTube channel, number of videos that we're cranking, followers. So let's see if we can add that to Claude Code. So let's see. So, and subscribers. Cool. All right, we'll send that off. Okay, so let's go back here. So I feel inspired by this? Am I organized? I feel like I am at the mission control. I do think the UI looks not bad. I almost think I need to see all the major projects though in one view. So maybe that should be going horizontal across the top so I can see everything at once. But that's something that I'm probably gonna work on. But I'll keep working on this as we go and keep this a living, breathing command center here. We have the plan from Claude Code. And again, we're going to send that over to Codex. And so as we wait, this definitely does take a little bit longer to go back and forth. But I think the time that you're spending right now with back and forth and really doing like the review will absolutely save you time in the long run. You're just going to go, if you're with Codex and you're just working on Codex, you're going to end up sometimes going in never-ending loops. So I like just kind of getting eyes on it real quick. All right, so what do we have? Okay, see suggestions from Codex. Okay, and we'll let that rip. We are honking and herding. Okay. All right, let's see where we got to. Visual result. Let's see. G's are not full G's at this point. So don't love that. If it made any of the changes for the metrics. Okay, project signals. Console clicks, average page rank, number of users, sales, 45,000 would be insane. Number of videos, and then 12, hope. Okay, let's try to get those G's figured out. Let's see if that's the last thing here, and then we can wrap up. Okay, see if that fixed. Boom, the G's are in view. I like it. Yes, this is pretty good. I think it's in a good spot when we can call it a day. I did want to try to get all of the things that I have going on in one single view, but right now we have the vertical scroll, so we will try to address that next time. We also need to try to figure out some sort of data entry to add the goals and some of the metrics. Long term, I'd really like to hook up the metrics to the various systems that they're coming from, whether that's Google, pull usage data or user data, and things like that. Guys, thank you so much for watching today. You got something out of it. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. And this is the kind of thing that we're going to be doing going forward. Do live, if there's an update from an LLM or there's a big AI, we'll try to cover that and try to implement that into a solution in one of these apps if it's meaningful and actually works. So looking forward to that. We'll be building out some of the apps that we have here, and then we'll also try to get this and lifestyle brand ground again. So the business was launched about 5 years ago. It started pretty hot, and then it's kind of trailed off recently. We just haven't put as much time into it when we first started, but I'd love to try to figure out, is there a way for AI to help this producing more sales than we are right now? So that's going to be a lot of fun. We can do marketing, really anything. So I'm really looking forward to that. But if you enjoyed the video, like I said, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.